activity. Now to the nations this morning. Atiku frantic hunt for after discovered evidence. Atiku frantic hunt for after discovered evidence. Okay, that story is in the Nation's newspaper. Another one here says forest crisis. Federal government opens talks with World Bank. I am at Supreme Court for Justice, says Obi. And we have Meta, DHL, OP, others face sanctions for data breaches. That story is in the Nation's newspaper. 3 days of rain to pound Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, Oyo, Ogun, 10 other states. Now, the writer says windy storm to hit 18 states, says Nimet. That's the reason the nations. And finally, from the Nation, reprisal attack on fleeing Imo communities. You can read all about that on the Nations. Now, finally, let's look at this day newspaper. We have here that Tinubu violated the conundrum of Nigerian electoral law, says Atiku. And also, we have here that Bagudu Economic Summit to inspire confidence, realization of country's potential others. These are your headlines this morning. From all of this newspaper, I gave you headlines from 7 newspapers in Nigeria. We'll now move to look at the top stories this morning as I connect with Rufa Hussaini for the analysis of all of these stories here. Now, in case you're just tuning in, I'd like you to do something for us. Yes, and that is to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to the channel. Just click on the subscription button, just subscribe to it, like it, and share it to your loved ones. It's very important that you do that so that more people can see our broadcast. The more people see it, the more it gets to the ears that needs to hear it and hopefully effect some changes. Okay, now let's move to the stories this morning. I'm connecting with Rufai Hussaini, and as soon as the connection goes through, we'll get talking. Now, what we're going to be looking at this morning is this story here. It says, we confirm that Tinubu forged certificate of a Black American, says Atiku lawyer. That's what Atiku lawyer says. And also, it's other headlines also talked about, it said APC, the kicks as Atiku says only Supreme Court can end his fight with Tinubu. And a Chicago record, Tinubu betray me, I will fight his Supreme Court verdict, says Atiku. And Obi, what Peter Obi has to say concerning all of this, he said he's not into the case of Chicago. What he wants is, he said, is I'm at the Supreme Court for Justice, says Obi. Now let's go into a few details of the conference that was held yesterday. You know, Atiku held a conference concerning this Chicago certificate and forgery and all of those conversations. So it was said by Atiku lawyer, it's a Kalu, one of the lawyers of the former Vice President Atiku, presidential candidate of the PDP, who was involved in the suit filed against the President Bola Tinubu in U.S., has made some revelations. Now, responding to press questions at a press conference in Abuja, Kalu said one of the documents released by Chicago State University showed that Tinubu allegedly forged certificate of a Black American. Now, this is what the lawyer Kalu of Atiku is saying. Now, there are more to the story. Atiku has said that he will not stop this until Supreme Court says something about it. I have Rufa Hussaini on the line. Good morning to you, sir.
Bless you, very how are you? Happy Friday.
Yeah.
And, bless you to all listeners, and God bless all of us.
Yeah.
So I think there was an update on our story we gave yesterday.
Yes.
And I must have to confess, based on the deposition release, it is only us here that is giving full blow-by-blow analysis, because we're analyzing from the point of view where we had read most of the depositions and all of that. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar granted a World Press Conference yesterday. In that press conference, he talked about the fact that President Tinubu violated the ground norm. as regards the issues with the certificate that the school, the authenticating body, said it did not authenticate the certificate. And there were also many discoveries yesterday, as even regards the NYC submitted, saying that it was very at the briefing. So there's been a lot of talk about it. They said he's going to go to court. They also asking questions about his business interest, that is this because of business. So he said they had already, stopped giving him a lot of government contracts, under Buhari already, his company Intel. So he said it's about justice. He paid tribute to Gadifa Wembe that opened the door for all of these conversations. And based on research, I went back to go and look at the reportage around the time that the last certificate thing was the issue. When you see the reportage, in fact, there are many more discoveries. Part of the school cited, the president also cited a school called Chicago, University of Chicago. And he said he was there between a certain period of time. So, more questions I even imagined that, okay, what about the documents from that University of Chicago itself? Because take, for instance, this is a News Watch. So remember, the News Watch is still very much around. A News Watch reports where they were saying that what Mr. Famemi wants the police investigator Tinubu's claim that he attended Government College Ibadan between 1965 and 1968, and the documents from Chicago State University said it was Government College Lagos and Richard Daley College Illinois between 1969 and 1971. And then Famemi was claiming that he didn't attend any of this. All right, and he said he had violated the law. So there are lots of back and forth as regards this issue. So, that's the way we have it thus far. But he addressed a lot of concerns. He also addressed the issue that he owes Bola Tinubu a favor. That why is he doing all of this? Yeah. And he said that he did not owe Bola Tinubu any favor. That when they set up when he came to the AC and they wanted to run for president, Bola Tinubu said he wanted to be his running mate, but he said he didn't allow that because he didn't support the Muslim tickets. At least he doesn't still believe in the Muslim ticket because Nigeria is a multipolar, multi-ethnic nation, and the excerpt of the speech also given us. He also paid tribute to journalist David Oundeyi, for his work as regards all of this investigation. So I think they'll push their papers, they'll file it up, and it's going to be up in courts. And so once it's up in court, we also understand that we have to leave the court to be able to, make his judgment. And we also have to be careful the way we talk about it, because once they file the papers up in court, then the case becomes sub judice. Yeah. So so that's just what we also have to note as regards reportage.
Then we'll have to leave the matter alone and wait for the court to decide.
No, it's not necessarily leaving the matter alone, but it's necessarily understanding now the tenets of reportage. All right. So you have to understand the tenets of reportage. Now that you are reporting, it's not with the intent of judgment. You cannot say, this is how the court will rule any longer, because that becomes sub judice. The fact of the matter can be laid out in your analysis. So that's why, that's what we've been doing pretty much, laying the facts of the matter, analyzing the deposition, bringing the deposition out. But we cannot say, with this, the judge will be able to rule it this way. So that's just the fact of reportage.
Yeah, it is. And for the people that were saying that Atiku, you are betraying Tinubu, I think he answered that question clearly, because people were saying that you and the president, you guys are friends now. He helped you during in Action Congress. He had to say no, that it was the president that betrayed him in 2007. When he was supporting Yar'Adua instead of supporting him. So, like you said, we'll wait and see what the court is going to do about it, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. The court is not going to look at emotions. They're going to look at what is being presented before them. But when you look at the morally, this people, if you look at the moral ground and of all of this, a lot of questions are unanswered, and the president's team, the APC team, are not answering some of the vital questions that we want them to answer. I listened to an interview, I think on TV, when someone from the APC was talking seriously that you can print your own certificate, and you can. As long as you
just imagine how
as long as
ridiculous
you
that is.
went to the school.
And let me also clarify one argument. So, a lot of people have been making the arguments that CSU, you can print it for a third party vendor. CSU allows you. It's not true. That was not said in the deposition. That's why I said, Mary, people should take out time to read the deposition. I know it's quite a very difficult task to tell an average Nigerian to read something about 200 pages, which is like a book on its own. But if you take out the time, you will see the truth. So when people come and analyze on TV, you know they're lying. And if you go and check CSU's websites, there's a lay down guideline if you want a certificate replacement, which President Tinubu has a certificate replacement already. The reason why he didn't pick it up, we don't know. Because that was what they gave Enaho Reba. There is no guideline for third party to print certificates. So all that talk is not true. Read the deposition. It states that there are guidelines that if you want a replacement certificate, you go to the school's website. They show you the guidelines which you print, and they authenticate if you went there and they print it out for you, which a process was followed through, which a certificate was printed already. Hey, why did he pick up that one and submit it? That's a talk for another day. Why did he have to go and create his own? So those are arguing that there's a place for third party. No, the CSU people in the position didn't say that there's a place for third party.
It's interesting, so because if you see the confidence with which the analyst or the person was saying it, so that's why it's good for you to get your facts. Go and read it, so you know what's really going on.
People can confidently say all sorts, but it doesn't remove the facts away from the fact. Okay, take for instance, Mary. Like you confidently call today Wednesday. Today is not Wednesday, it's Friday. Pure and simple. So in all of this, we've seen a lot of people, and there's a lot of moving off the situation. Now, another gaslighting mechanism I hear a lot of people say is that, but the first claim that Tinubu didn't go to CSU, they've been proven wrong. Why are they not talking about? No, the bone of contention. And Mary, you see, institutional memory is a problem in Nigeria. The bone of contention has always been around the certificate itself, the veracity of the certificates. Mary, you know this case was filed before.
Yeah.
And Nahoro Eba filed this case as of last year. So today we don't know why the court threw the case out. These same facts were out there before. That was when the Nahoro Eba subpoenaed CSU. So the facts are the facts. Because a lot of people have now become experts on the American schools. You can't just go and print from a third party. And CSU, there's a replacement certificate which you get from the school and issued authority. And it's because this certificate that they presented was not gotten from the school and issuing authority. That's why the school said they don't know anything about it. The most important matter is the issuing authority that President Tinubu claimed giving the certificate said they did not issue it. Pure and simple. So where did he get the certificate from? Obviously not from the issuing authority. So if it's not for the issuing authority, then there's a problem around it. Then it doesn't emanate from them. And that means what he deposited with INEC was untrue. Because when he deposited it with INEC under oath, he claimed that it was the university that gave him. But the university that he claimed that gave him that certificate said they did not give him. It's just like a friend of mine called me yesterday and gave me this good analogy. And let me give you this analogy.
Yeah.
You go abroad. You forgot your driver's license in Nigeria. You want to drive. So you look for a way online to be able to create a driver's license for yourself. Then you went driving. Then you had an accident. Then you wanted to claim insurance. Then the insurance company, their investigation, said, okay, let's even see the driver's license at which you are driving. Then they discovered that the driver's license you presented at which you are driving is the one you made yourself. It's a forged driver's license. and they say they are not paying you claim. But you are now insisting that no, I have a driver's license in Nigeria, but the one you presented, is it the correct one? Is it the correct one? I ask you, Mary.
It's not.
It's not the correct one. So as long as it's not the correct one, that means you have lied to the authority, which is a penalty and all of that. That's exactly what happened. So the claim that, oh, he went there is secondary. The question is, the document you presented that the school gave you, the school has said they did not give you that document. They've denied that document. But the court will rule on it, Mary.
Yeah, the court will rule on it. It's quite clear. It's very
It's
clear.
clear and simple. So this is what I was
Just
trying
that
to explain to you yesterday.
yeah, it's quite
clear
clear.
and simple.
But let's see how the Supreme Court will take this. If something will come out of this. So yesterday, what I saw from the press conference of Atiku is the campaign for 2027. I could read it that I'm already seeing 2027 coming up. Now, another story here. It's about petrol. They said the depot deserted as a petrol landing cost hit 720 naira per liter. That's the story in the Punch newspaper this morning. I don't know, what does this mean? 720 per liter, the cost of the... Hope will not affect the price of the product.
Mary, shows that government is back to subsidies now. So for all the people that believe the subsidy gone narrative, we're back to subsidy. If the landing cost is 720, because crude oil prices is inching around $100 per barrel, hovering back and forth. If the landing cost is at 720, and you're selling the product at 5 something, so that means you are paying subsidy heavily. And it's already shown, it's on record now. But according to fact documents, the money collected from that NNPC collected from NLNG was plowed towards paying subsidy and importing products in. And at the same time, Nigeria doesn't have money. And at the same time, Mary, the government is now doing a lot of sort of like welfare programs that is not in the budget. That's why the Senate has said they should present a supplementary budget, because they are spending a lot of money. Now they say they are giving pensioners, vulnerable pensioners, 25,000. What even makes up a vulnerable pensioner? How do they get their data?
That's a question, because
these are a lot of. So the government is just spending recklessly money it doesn't have. Now we are trying to go to World Bank to go and borrow money. I just hope, please, and I beg, I just hope we are not printing money again. Because this was the same thing we blame the Mayfele for, all of us. I just hope we are not going to start printing money again. Because all of this announcement, where is the money coming from? And the Senate should not just talk it word of mouth. The Senate should caution the executive that if they are going to spend money, should present an executive budget. Betta is now saying she wants to, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs says she wants to be giving 75 billion again. They call it Yeoloja Fund. They just want to be dashing people money in the market. What's the meaning of all that? Where's the money coming from?
Maybe there is money somewhere that we don't really know about, because
Mary, there's no money anywhere. Let's not deceive us.
No, but money is being... See now.
Let me get you the analysis. See, the first month after they pulled out subsidy, the president said they saved 1 trillion from subsidy removal. Second month, third month. As at now that they started paying subsidy again, where is the savings from the subsidy removal? That savings is gone. That's why they're not saying anything about it again. If I'm lying, they should open the books. There's no more savings, because now they're using that money to pay subsidies. The last time NNPC said they collected well over 200 million US dollars. It's all fact documents. So there's no money on ground. And if there was so much money, now we are going to IMF. IMF, we're making Yanga for no. We are going back there now. We are begging them now. The Afrex seems something said that we were going to get $3.5 billion to defend that. Nothing there. That's why I look at officially now, the Naira is finding a position over $1,000, 1,000 Naira to the dollar. I think it's 1,400 sometimes.
Yeah, 1,405, 1,005 or something.
Or 1,005 or 1,004, 1,004, 1,005. You get.
All of these, most times, I don't think the presidency is behaving like we are broke. We are not. It doesn't look like.
Mary,
we don't look like a broke nation.
And they are not accounting for money spending. Look at, for instance, do you remember with the packs to Onga, New York, and they were paying extra coach for? And this is the country keeps saying it's broke. And you are packing government officials to go and pay circles. I mean, we should just do right. See, but in all of this, you know me, I'm a man of the truth. When you do well, in all of this, one person I want to singularly commend in this administration is that man in charge of Interior, Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Ojo. Every Nigerian should clap for him. He said he was going to reduce the passport backlog, and he did it. I gave him special commendation yesterday on my Twitter, and I'm giving him this morning again. When we see a ray of hope, we celebrate them. Pure and simple. That's the only man impressing me as we speak in this government.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I wish we could go on, because in all of this, I want to hear I want to see where we are going to with all of this. Yeah, I would like to know. Okay, so where are we going to now as a country?
Maybe temporarily, it looks bleak. But I keep saying, if we employ leadership and we do what is right, at first, doing what is right means governmental accountability. We should stop spending money that we don't have. We should stop doing things that are going to bite us. We should cut our quota according to our size and see the way we can rationalize. This is not the time for tokenism or anything.
Thank you.
We should be honest with people.
Thank you, Rufai. Thank you. We need to go pay some bills now. We'll go pay some bills. We'll be back after this. Keep it here.
Enugu State government is building a $40 billion economy, among which is the huge International Trade Center. It is the Oji River Industrial Park, the biggest in Africa, located in Ugwoba, few minutes drive to Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State. Oji River Industrial Park is financed by African Development Bank, International Finance Corporation, American Exim Bank, Bank of Industry, Infrastructure Development Bank, Central Bank, Taj Bank, Sukuk Funds, and Development Bank of Nigeria. It is time to invest. Don't wait. Oji River Industrial Park has over 150,000 shop spaces and business plaza with state-of-the-art security cameras, fire-resistant walls, hospitals, fast foods, recreational centers, steady power supply, residential spaces for workers and business owners. Indeed, it is time to invest. For more inquiries, visit ojiriveric.com.ng or call Anosike on 0813-180-1541. Jude 0903-194-9623. Adigbo 0704-713-0361. Eda Patrick 0816-817-0210. This project is in partnership with Celox Group.
Serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Attention broadcasters, independent producers, and content streamers. This is your chance to buy or sell quality content. At Africast 2023, the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, will be launching the very first ever Nigerian TV and film content hub. Join us from the 24th to the 26th of October at the Marriott Hotel Ikeja, Lagos, and be part of a game-changing experience. Content Hub is your destination for content acquisitions, aggregation, licensing, and distribution of both local and international programs across for broadcasters in Nigeria. For more inquiries, visit www.africast.com.ng. Content Hub, your easy and affordable access to quality and affordable content. Don't miss out. The Africast Content Hub, brought to you by the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, in collaboration with NIFS.
You are listening to your station, Voice of the People 90.3.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. This is Frontpage Review. I have Obed Awede with me here. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, happy Friday.
Same here.
Great.
The weekend again.
Yeah, it's the weekend. So fast. Today's already 6th of October. Now, I'd like you to talk on two stories. We'll have limited time, but I think we can use it. Now, the first one is Ayedatiwa's case. He writes to CJ to disregard the request for impeachment. Many people are saying that he's talking to the wrong person. That he might not, that is over for him as the deputy governor. And also, I know you listened to the speech of Atiku yesterday. I also, I would like to hear your view on this.
On that, okay. Let me just start with the Ondo State Deputy Governor, Ayedatiwa. Is unfortunate, just like you said, is actually talking to the wrong person, because it is very, very clear that the governor has mobilized members of the House of Assembly, is very, very clear, to impeach him. And of course, the House of Assembly has written to the CJ to set up a committee to investigate, what they listed as his offenses, and so on. So he's writing to the CJ because he had gone to court before. And he's expecting that, the court process should actually stave off the impeachment threats. But of course, we all know that the cases like this is really difficult, because the House of Assembly will say they have a right, constitutional right, to actually investigate and impeach a governor or deputy governor, and that process cannot be stopped. But if we go back in time, we see that some of those people that have been impeached, deputy governors and even governors, Peter Obi, for instance, and some other deputy governors, the one in Sokoto and other ones, they were all reinstated, or judgment were given in their favor. So what the House Assembly we actually get away with is the fact that they are in authority. They will most likely ignore it, and I'm sure by next weekend we'll be talking about the impeachment already, and the new deputy governor being sworn in. But the summary of the whole thing is that I'm really disappointed at Governor Akeredolu. I really thought he was a more elevated person, in some former MDA president, and somebody who spoke with with some measure of not just intelligence, but also finesse, and someone of that nature who also went through the problems of being sick and the rest. And then you come back, the very first thing you do is to get your deputy out of the way, because of course he's looking for who will succeed him in the end. Quite unfortunate. I think deputy governor is moving, but you find it very, very difficult. He's actually moving against the wind. As for Atiku, he made his case yesterday. But of course, some of the things he said are rather belated. For instance, when he said that he was calling on Peter Obi and the rest to unite, they should have done this unity before the election. Politicians are so selfish. They should have done this unity before the election. And we won't be talking about a Tinubu being president or a Tinubu certificate being an issue as at this stage. But every one of them pursue their own individual ambitions. He pursued his lifelong ambition to be president. Wakwato on his own was living in a bubble that with his popularity in Kano, he can be president of Nigeria and win election. Obi was coming from the standpoint that, well, if you go based on his message and the rest of the president, so three of them ran against the APC, and of course, Tinubu won by whatever means. So I actually saw his point. Well, we should not, reduce the bar. We should make sure we actually take on this issue of morality and make sure that laws are followed. If you have the law, somebody has forged a certificate, he has forged a certificate. That is left for the Supreme Court. At this stage, you can call for any support anywhere. The people will give you moral support, but every other thing we are going to talk about this election now is on the table of the Supreme Court. So it's on the desk of the Supreme Court. So they are the ones that will decide, the seven justices that will be considered. They will decide whether the case against Tinubu is right or wrong. From a moral standpoint, if you're a Nigerian that actually love this country, you know that what we are going through is a putrid mess that we shouldn't be going through. You can't have a president who went to school and filled on his form that he went to government college Lagos that wasn't created. What you feel is that you just have a con man, somebody who is, who has been gaming the system all along. Unfortunately for him, it has gone to this point. We'll see what the Supreme Court makes of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Obeda, for your analysis this morning. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Same here. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Now the phone lines are open for you to call in and join the conversation. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. It's a Friday morning. Let's talk. 0700 903 903 903. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Very good morning.
Good morning to you, Ben from Iba.
Yes.
I felt you were going to be my first caller, and somehow you did. Wow. I somehow knew you were listening. Somehow, I just felt this man is going to call today.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, I saw you in my dream. I like the answer of being to article because, and I like what Obed and already said. When they had opportunity, when to team up, Atiku come and grab everything. It was the turn of the Southeast, turn of P2B, turn of the Igbos. Atiku came and said I had 11 million votes in the bank. Him and Dr. Say and the weekend Yajayu and the Samuel Norton, they grabbed it by fire by force for sure. The delegates were collecting dollars. No PDP delegates were collecting dollars. They keep PDP. They were messing everything up. Obi ran away from PDP, and that was the death of PDP. Now he says that you come now, let us fight for Chicago. Let him fight his battle. The judgment is there waiting for him. They will just read the judgment for him. Let him go and fight his battle. Concerning the NNPC landing cost, I don't believe Miliki Tinubu should start down one because he told us that Nigeria is consuming 46 million liters. Against 50 million liters we are consuming. So it's a lie. It is a lie. How many people are driving motor now? How many people are owning their gen now? So if you can lie in that one, it's a 720 landing cost. It's a lie. So we should go and fight corruption in NNPC. If the corruption is there, it's too much. It is affecting us. It is the dollars they are using to import that making dollars to be expensive. We should fight corruption. Everybody should put eye in it. What is happening in NNPC?
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ben. Have a great Friday. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call in and let's talk. For WhatsApp, it's 0700 903 903 9. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ikan from East Solo Kingdom. Good to have you this Friday.
Thank you. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend, though.
My take this morning is on the fuel matter. These people said that fuel subsidy is a scandal. It's a scam in 2012. A lot of them were there in Ojota campaigning to vote out Jonathan. And when this man came, he said, subsidy is gone. And behind is paying fuel subsidy. Maybe you see the deceit these people have been playing with Nigerian all along. If in 2012 he said there's nothing like fuel subsidy, but today he's telling Nigeria that fuel subsidy is gone. and behind is paying the fuel subsidy. It is not good that we do things that in a wrong way. A government that started with defeat, with lies, with propaganda, and all that, and you expect that everything will went on well. Look at what is happening in this certificate issue. Mary, how can somebody graduate in 1970 when the school was established in 1974? And you, if people want to talk now, you will say, no, wait till the court decides. I mean, you see, it is very, very sad. If I want to say now, you will raise a red flag on me. Is it not bad? A leader of a country. Then what did you expect the rest people to do? God would never forgive all these people that put Nigeria in this country, in this situation. God would not forgive them. They forget they have children. Is it the kind of country you want to build?
Thank you.
I am so sad that when things like this happen,
Thank you.
My mind.
Thank you very much.
I'm not happy about it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. Okay. I said today I'm going to start my message from YouTube. So I'll go there to read messages shortly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Mary.
Good morning, Nemeka. Good morning to you, sir.
Happy weekend.
Yeah, same to you.
All right, my dear. Thank you for your good work and my listening to your guests all. Glorify and obey. They did a good work. This Mary, do you know why I called? This morning I called to tell every Nigerians who is defending this mess to know one thing. He that see his loved one being naked on the market dancing, and the people see you coming and say, "Oh, this person is one of his person is coming to close him." Then he comes there, you stand and balance one corner, start clapping for him while he's naked dancing. The best thing for you to do is find a cloth to clothe that person first. Find the shoes first. Not talk anything or brand anything outside. For you that stand sitting down there clapping for your naked one dancing on the street, you are worse naked than that person, if you don't know. You are worse naked than that person. Look, let me tell all you Nigerians, from now to January next year, we should expect the from outside. And the people, anybody who is traveling outside now, to deny him visa is 90%. Do you know why I say this? We invite the European Union on our election. We finish the election, then give us statistics.
Thank you.
They give us statistics. You understand me? They give us statistics. We rubbish the statistics.
Thank you.
Then,
thank you, Nemeka. Thank you.
How the world will be seeing us, Mary? How the world will be seeing us?
Thank you, Nemeka. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Okay, hello, good morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Darlington from Iyanupaja City.
Yes, so say, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes, so it is a Friday. The weekend is here, Mary.
Yeah.
Now, Mary, I will advise you to let him apply political wisdom. If Atiku is calling for solidarity, Atiku did not say he should come and join PDP. Atiku did not say he should renounce his matter. There is nothing wrong in letting support through your statement, through advice. It didn't stop him from pursuing what he's pursuing. So any of the candidates would have gone as far as Atiku went. None of them would have discovered this thing. So you should look at it from that angle. None of the candidates would have gone this far. It's either they wouldn't have the resources or they've been intimidated. So P2P should look at it from that angle. Even if he doesn't want to learn as well, let him at least keep quiet so that he does not implicate himself. Are you telling me that what Atiku did now, it will not favor everybody? Yeah? Atiku did a great job. Anybody that wants the peace and the progress of this country should support him. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
You can't remove anything from you, yes. As for NMPC, except the day they will find out what is going on in NMPC, that is the way the day Nigeria will move forward.
Thank you.
If every successful president continue to cover the rot in NMPC, we will never get it right because that is our cash cow. Our major import.
Thank you, Mr. Darlington. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Darlington. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. This is Uga from.
Okay, go ahead.
Me, I thank God for Atiku Abubakar because apart from Atiku, no other person could try this thing. God will bless that man, whether I become president or not, because it really make Nigeria happy. Because most of them, where they House of Assembly, National Assembly, all of them, they look at this same thing. I really thank God. This Mesoma issue, if anybody, the judiciary, cannot follow the step according to how it take to do Mesoma, God will judge all of them. For example, Bayelsa State. The governor of Bayelsa State, present governor who is PDP right now, is not supposed to be there. But because of the same issue, the deputy governor of the other APC, it makes them say, oh, you cannot qualify. If judiciary, I don't know whether they listen to your station all the time. And secondly, our president, are you getting my point?
No, I'm following you. Go ahead.
Our president, I don't know, right now, can he go outside and bring investors to this country right moment?
Why not?
As in travel, that was last week, and last week said it's more time I'm going to bring investors to Nigeria. Can he go there right now? The means he put us here.
Thank you.
That's my conclusion. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution. Now, let's take some messages here on YouTube. We have Advance Adams just saying good morning. If he came Wambodo, good morning to you too. Princess Iheji Ujua, good morning to you. And she said, if I claim that my university issued my certificate and they disowned it, I will sue the school for embarrassing me. If CSU disowned the certificate, but please sue CSU. Okay. Tinubu, please sue CSU. Thank you for that. CTAO says we do not trust any court in Nigeria. We do not trust Olukayode, the Supreme Court Justice. We demand that forger Tinubu must go to prison. Okay, wait for the Supreme Court. Wait for the Supreme Court to give that judgment. Adetunde said, good morning, Mary Rufa and all the media team at VOP. Wishing you all a peaceful sky over your heads. Thank you for that prayer. We have a Ijeoma Egwuatu. Dulu. Okay, thank you. I think I tried. The only reason in my thinking for this is Tinubu's somersault personal data is that his real name is not Bola Tinubu. This is also depressing. Okay, thank you for your message. I think with time we'll get to know what the judgment will be. Well, once the matter gets into the Supreme Court, we'll go to WhatsApp now to take some messages here. Leo from Lagos says, good morning, Mary. Tinubu's lawyer said there are no discrepancies found in Tinubu's certificate. And what do you expect from Tinubu's lawyer to say? They were same lawyers that said recently it will lead to chaos if Tinubu is being removed from power, and so sad 3 lives were lost in Lagos state because of reckless BRT bus driver. Okay, thank you for your message. Chika Bende from Trade Fair says CSU certificate saga, it's within Atiku's right to pursue it to a logical conclusion for clarity. Then whatever the Supreme Court decided will be there for prosperity to judge. But they must be careful because the outcome will shape a very long precedence in our jurisprudence, either right or wrong. The whole world is watching. Thank you very much, Ika, for your message. I have Frank Onero from USA said, JAMB and Nigeria called for the punishment of the young girl that forged her JAMB result recently. We cannot tolerate forgery of document. by politicians irrespective of status. Otherwise, the entire education system of the nation will not be trusted overseas. Frank Onero, thank you for your message. And we have Adegboyega Adedeji says, good morning, Mary. I want to salute the effort of Alhaji Atiku in pursuit of justice and clarity. For some that think this journey wasn't necessary, they are part of those that does not want Nigeria to move forward. The truth is, there is so much secrecy surrounding the president, and it's unfortunate that such a man happens to be our president. Thank you for your message. Another one here from Benjamin from Shogule says, good morning, Mary. Can President please repair our refinery to stop increase of petrol prices on a daily basis that is causing hardship on Nigerians daily, rather than sharing rice and beans palliatives and giving money to state governments that will enter voicemail. Benjamin, thank you for your message. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market says, good morning, Mary. Thank God it's Friday. Let Supreme Court free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to end the criminal activities in the Southeast. People are now taking advantage of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's arrest to parade themselves as Mr. Somebody. Mary, I told Precious last night that any foundation that was laid on falsehood cannot stand a test of time. My president, Mr. President, have brought shame to Nigerians both at home and abroad. In a Western world, he does not need to be told to resign, but here Mr. President sees himself, okay, as God. May God bless Nigeria as a result of sufferings that people are passing through. Prince Ayotek, thank you very much for your message. Okay, I'll pause here on the message. Let me take some calls. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, the call dropped. So sorry. Call again. Let's take another one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Chief Aloy from Africa.
Chief Aloy, good to have you. Go ahead, sir.
What I'm saying, all these things when they do now, with the thing when they worry Nigeria, like everybody hear it, it's now the pursue certificate. They go do it, 1 year go pass, 2 years go pass. All the money, they not go achieve something, they not get a plan. You know, if something wrong, now solution will go find. All these things when they go court, they go every day with the year court, the year certificate. Now that thing we want for Nigeria. Okay, everything now is costly. Nothing when person fit to go market to buy. And if you come in for Nnamdi Kanu, all these things what they do, no how, I don't talk a last side. When our people they do something, make them they take for masses. Now Igbo people know they travel again because of that. Anybody when carry gun, he go say because of Nnamdi Kanu. From the carry gun, go kill people, kidnap people. You know go talk. You know, a person will cover face. How you go locate the person? So let them free Nnamdi Kanu. Let these Igbo people get rest. Igbo people are talking. Because you now no money. If you reach home now, you know fit to walk up for road. You know fit to go out to buy something. All these things when we talk, court cannot help. Only God will go there pray. Because although now as I get 3 people when they say for me. Well, all those my boss when they say for me, they go talk against me. No how. Because if they talk against me, when I come out there, when you call sick, all the branches, all of them go fall. So let's leave that court. Now, 1 year they pass now. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much. If Allah said, let's leave all this court. Thank you so much for being part of the program. And thank you to you for being part, for calling in and all the conversation we've had this morning. I think this is a good place to anchor, to stop the show today. Coming up next at 8 o'clock is Ogendigbo. That's an interesting program. You don't want to miss it, especially if you understand Igbo. My name is Mary Onaife Edebi. You can find me on Instagram at Mary Media, MERROY, then the media. Or Facebook is Mary Onaife Edebi. Okay, we'll go now. I'm going now, but I'll be back here by 9:30. And today is going to be really interesting on business around town. Keep it here. Do not change the dial.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array,